Welcome to my new series, Nexus Director Cutover, where I take horror directors and make them create anime arcs or TV show episodes. I'm doing the Chimera arc from Hunter x Hunter with David Cronenberg taking the mantle. Let's begin. And this is a new series, so if you enjoy want more of this content, please leave a like, comment for more, and subscribe. Let's begin. Honestly, welcome to the Nexus Directed Cutover, the series where we rip production history as what if the director reigns of classic media of horror masters. Today we're doing the neo-life autonomous region of the Chimera, and art is a masterpiece of human monster physiology and dread. What happened if the Shonen animation happened to entirely arc of the distribute of the king of bi horror? I'm talking about David Cronenberg, the man who actually did The Fly, Videodrome, and The Brood. If David Cronenberg directed the Chimera arc, we aren't getting an anime fight sequence. We are getting a deeply unsettling critical biological prosthetics, a terrifying boundary where human flesh ends and enslaved evolution begins. Let's begin the script breakdown. In Higoshi's original vision, the progresses the queen eating people to pass traits into her offspring. Terrifying concept, but air handle of the MA aspect. Under Cronenberg, become the core horror. The queen isn't a giant cartoon anime insect. She amasses symmetrical pulsed mountain of clinic exposed transition organs with she consume a human prey. Cronenberg camera cut away as she critically instantly of her mandibles take the birth of a first squad leader. Like a cult in the anime, they just appear in the Cronenberg cut that we witnessed the birth. A egg sac twitches and the membrane a thin paper fin, revealing humans with faces pressed against suffocating. So a sharp segment instant limbs rip towards through the human cheek of the human face, a rupture a shell in the thick mucic fluid. A creature settled out onto the cave. It took less a sleek ant warrior and more like a horrific, unwilling fusion human skin stretch out over a exoskeleton, reaping clear fluid from its joints. The creature looks at its hands, three fingers, two antennas, bursting with knuckles of rapsy a human life. Rena, run. Coltsy. Cronenberg loved tragedy and the mind trapped inside a mutant. The early ants would be proud soldiers. They would be confused, agonized, a hybrid dealing with the phantom human memories, while the new insect biology forced them to hunt. As the colony evolves, the design more humanoid, which in Cronenberg playbook means it get weird. Let's talk need to ability Dark Bright is a giant and puppeteer. Uses surgery manipulation in a hour. Cut over. Dark Bright is a cartoon, a floated anime doll. It's a grotesque organic apparatus that physically connects Pito's own spine via with a pulsing cord. When Pito bisects Kite, the scene say out like a cord surgical thriller. There is no scream and no anime expression. Just a Pito wide grin, unbreaking feeling like eyes completely fascinated by the human anatomy and dedicated the back of the fingernails that elongate into the organic scrappled, and then the birth of the king of Melon. The queen pulsate the scream of pitch too high for human ears. The royal guards watch dampen and central. A jag tail like a page tipped with a metallic stinger like syringe punch directly through the queen's abdominal wall from inside. Mero doesn't wait to be born. He violently dissects his way out of his mother. He stepped into the light. He is sleek and green. His skin is a cross between bruised human flesh and hardened decent beetle armor. He wiped the queen blood from his brow, looking at her dying body not with malice, with absolute cold, intelligent detachment. Quiet. You fulfill your biological function. Your noise infiltrate my thoughts. The palace invasion. Under Cronenberg tradition, all traditional Shanghai turned into a psychological nightmare about the fragile of human form. This peak to special Gone transformation and Rose. First, Gone in his vow. He turned to a muscled gone with hair is. But Chrono treat the child force the age decades into seconds as the ultimate horror. Gon stands before Pito, a thick pitch black nen aura suffocate the room. Gon bones begin to crack violently and elongate as snapping the cartilage. His skin split open, his muscles expand too fast, tearing his denims before rapidly sealing over his dark scarred tissue. His face contours soft features of a child stretching hard, aging into a hollow expressionless muscle ruin. He isn't a hero, he a walking corpse, reanimated willpower. Finally, Meryl death. Nito detonate the poor man rose. In our Cronenberg cut over, the rose is a nuclear blast. It is a biological corruption, radiation poison that killed Manuel Kugugi with invisible anime curse. Anime. It literally de-evolved the organism to plasticity. Bio-engineer armor begin to soften into gray sludge. His ultimate armor intelligence crumble as his brain cell misfire. In a final moment with Kuni, he play Gagi in his dark. They aren't holding hands as a perceived figure. They are too blind, bleeding, and decaying entities, holding into each other as their flesh literally melts into the floor, merging into death, living into one. That's how you turn a shonen masterpiece into a critical physical body horror nightmare. Hit the subscribe button. Let me know which director or anime mashup we splice together next in the lab. We see you next time on the Nexus Cut Over. Have a good day. Bye.